I'm freaked out by it. I'm like, how does that even happen?
I love ChatGPT.
What do you ask ChatGPT? Do you take the rocky road down, hillside down, or do you not?
Hi, everybody.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back to Chasing Me Podcast.
Yeah, we are back again. And this week, we are going to be talking about AI technologies. Yay.
Do you see the scared look on our face?
I'm a little nervous about this topic.
Why are you nervous?
They might be listening. I'm kidding. No.
Well, let's go ahead and just start with, Erica, what do you think every single day, like, companies that you know of use AI? Like, do you know any off the top of your head?
I could probably just guess that, like, the big companies like Amazon are using, I mean, all the major companies probably are. Am I aware about how I might be interacting with them on a daily basis and I don't even know it? That might be where I feel like you're going to tell me stuff that I don't want to hear.
Well, I am no expert, but from my limited knowledge, I will share with you a few things. Okay. So, one, Amazon is correct, right? Okay. They have algorithms that will go ahead and give you prompt products to you on their pages and things like that.
So I know there's like algorithms that help with like they're called like recommendation engines.
Yes.
How is that different than like AI?
So AI, also from my limited knowledge, is multiple algorithms combined, but it uses human intelligence as the forefront of the technology versus an algorithm is literally just like step-by-step process of input and then an output.
Okay. So AI is technically, it's trying to mimic human intelligence and give it more, does it give it emotion? Like, is it emotion-based learning? Is it like...
I don't believe it's emotion-based learning. I think that there can be tendencies, but think of it like a choose-your-own-adventure map, in my mind, is how it works, right?
A choose-your-own-adventure map?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
No?
No.
Okay, so like a choose-your-own-adventure, in my mind, the way it works is like if I present you with a question, like you yourself,
okay,
right, you're going to take that question subjectively, and then you're going to choose your own adventure in that question, in that answer. You're going to go ahead and either choose an answer that's either going to cut off the conversation completely, or you could choose the question or the answer that will go ahead and prompt a further discussion, maybe leading us into a different path, similar to our previous episodes, right? Where we can start off with one question, but our interaction and our intelligence around the situation, it leads us to multiple streams of conversation topics.
Do you want to know where my mind just went?
I don't know. Was it going to make me look bad?
No.
Okay.
Did you ever play the game Oregon Trail when you were in school?
Yeah, of course. Who didn't?
Do you take the rocky road down, hillside down, or do you not? And like, one path would lead to death, and that's what I just thought of. Okay. Like, one path will end the conversation. You die. One path will get you to the other side of the country.
Well, I'm
sorry. That's just literally, that's where my mind went.
I'm probably explaining this very wrong, so I really hope.
No.
But
it makes sense. What you just said makes sense. It's just, so maybe if you gave me some examples of like how it's being used. But like I'm aware of AI. I'm aware of its basic functionalities. Have I used ChatGPT? No.
Really?
No, I haven't.
Ever?
Do you is it on, like, can I just Google it and then like do I have to download something? Or is it just like a web browser?
Yeah, it's a web browser.
Okay, I have not used ChatGPT yet.
Oh my gosh.
I know. There's people at work who have like used it for some fun little like social thing.
Yeah, it's on your phone now too. You can like get it on your phone.
Yeah, I'm assuming I've used AI in so many ways I'm not even aware of.
Yes.
And I think that's the point, is like I have not gone down the rabbit hole yet of learning about it. I mean, I've learned some things about it, but I just, I'm hesitant. Back to that technology last week's episode about technology and data, and like, it's weird to think that this machine is learning from me, and it's learning about me through my mannerisms. It's getting to know me, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It's not a human.
I see your point.
But it's acting like a human. So
I see your point, but it's also like, okay, you also use it day to day if you have Netflix, right? Because Netflix uses it.
I do not have Netflix, but.
Okay. I'm only talking to you guys because apparently she doesn't have any technology in her day-to-day life that uses AI. So if you have Netflix, you use it in your day-to-day because the recommendation streams are the things that you get on your Netflix account. So there's Netflix. There's also Pinterest. Do you have a Pinterest?
I just got a Pinterest account when I moved into my place because I was looking at aesthetics for homes.
Yeah.
How does Pinterest use?
It's the
AI?
recommendation. Your feed.
Same thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the AI that I think we interact with on a day-to-day is that, other than, I guess, if you use ChatGPT, I do. I love ChatGPT.
What do you ask ChatGPT? Like, what do you ask it? Like, what are you searching for? Are you using it kind of like a web browser?
In some ways, yes. In other ways, no. I use it for content creation at some points, right?
Okay.
So like for our video podcasts, to get inspired by certain topics, it allows me to interact with it and ask it questions that also inspire me to think about things in a different way and then do my own research on top of that. So, and it's easier than... Because, like, in my mind, if I'm looking it up on Google, I'm searching through 15 different articles, maybe versus then just ChatGPT, which I could source all of that from those articles already and then give it to me condensed, which is, in my mind, more time efficient and effective. So,
yeah, I've seen like people search on ChatGPT, and it does kind of present like. It seems to present it in a very structured way, where it's like your little kind of like a quick response to like help you answer what you just asked maybe initially, and then it'll go into like bullet pointed answers with like a little bit more context.
yeah.
So it does maybe like just present it very structured and clean and not with all the like fluff and nonsense. Like you said, you have to search through the interwebs for, because we talked about that again last week
episode,
where we talked about how technology is great, but sometimes even like with the internet, like there's so much information out there that you really have to try to be specific, or you have to like ask. But it seems like these kind of AI platforms, they might be taking like, if you're obviously not the only person asking these questions, so it's taken the same question, maybe in a different structure from other people. And that's how it's also learning. It's learning. It's like when one person says this and one person says this,
it can mean similarly, or
you actually want the same answer. And it's like, I did watch this one video of a guy. They're like, he was being a little skepticism too. He's like, and don't forget to compliment ChatGPT every once in a while because you never know when they're going. It was just funny. He's like, and don't forget to compliment. It's like, thank you for providing me the right answer. But it's kind of true in a way. It's like, you need to provide feedback to the machine to tell it, it's like, thank you, you delivered me the correct answer. And like, instead of just leaving it, yeah, it's like, you need to tell it, it's like, yes, you gave me what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So it knows at that point. That's about all I know about it. So like, I kind of get the gist of how it works.
Yes.
But
I'm not going to sit here and be like, I know exactly how it works and all the things that you should do. I think that my love of AI comes from is the convenience and also like the creativity. I think I said that in the last episode, is that I look at everything when it comes to AI platforms from a more creative perspective. Okay. Specifically, I would say like, what are use cases that I can utilize these platforms that are coming out for the podcast. Like, how can I interact with this and be on the more cutting edge of it, but also implement it in a way that maybe is more mainstream for like us and like what we like and our preferences? Because a lot of these AI platforms that are like text to video or text to image, like Midjourney and like different platforms like that, they, I would say, have a very animated feeling to them, because a lot of these people that interact with them, I think, really do heavily more so in gaming. Like, they're like gamers, right? Like,
When you say text to video, what do you mean?
so you can type in a text and it will generate a video.
Like, can you give me an example? Like what do
Like,
you...
if you want like a woman walking across the street and saw a dog on the other side of it, and like it would it would text.
but it comes... okay, so it's not like in the video it provides, takes on an animated feel. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. That makes sense, though, because, like, it can't really be photorealistic. Like, it can be a little bit.
They're getting it closer and closer to it being more photorealistic.
Creepy.
But I love it, because then...
It's amazing. Like, okay, when I say creepy, it's creepy in a way because it's so amazing. Does that make sense? It's not like I'm freaked out by it. I'm like, how does that even happen? It's insane how it happens.
Well, I'm assuming it's because it's taking other bits and pieces of photo-generated items and pulling that, like, all together to create the video.
Soon, AI is going to be, like, pulling our our old Facebook photos and, like, it's, like, random young lady in their high school years, and it's, like, it picks your photo from Facebook, or, like, because you upload these photos on the internet, it's got to pick it from somewhere.
Maybe.
These are probably real people.
My face might be out there already. Who knows?
In some AI generated videos and content. Or it's like voice to... Yeah, I think it's the voice to whatever.
Voice to image?
Yeah, probably. But
text to image?
It can be bad because it's like putting words into people's mouths. Like, the images look so real to, like, say me, but it's a voice of... And it sounds just like me, but I never said that. Mm-hmm. And it can actually get you in trouble.
Yeah, I saw it for the celebrities or something.
Yeah,
right?
there's been like celebrities or politicians. It's like people do. Anyways, I think that's the stuff I'm worried about.
But that's also why that they have, and we said this in the last episode. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it.
And please subscribe as well while you're there.
Please. But in the last episode, I was saying how, you know, there are technologies out there now to see and verify if it was AI generated or not.
Okay.
And I think that is just going to have to be the case. I think in some ways you can tell if it is more photorealistic or, like, you know, real life. But I don't know. It's crazy. It's great though. The White House just came out with a press release, literally like this last week. And when we're recording this, it is the week of,
it's the last week of July. It's July 30th.
The last week of July. But yeah, they came out with a press release. All like the major players from like Google, Microsoft, and then ChatGPT, I think, and like a few other places, are coming out, or they came out with a press release saying that they're going to work together to make sure that all information that is being presented to like the public is going to be well sourced enough in order for it to be verified prior to like it going out. So because there's no true regulations for these companies on like what necessarily they can or cannot put out there, they're all coming together and creating that themselves. So it's not necessarily like government mandated, but they're doing an internal like full united audit.
It does need to be audited in a way, like, which computers running rampant out here.
Well, it's interesting. So, like, I think that there are ways in which, you know, the government as well as other individuals are trying to be more proactive in making sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, right? In so many words, is that The information that we get presented through these AI platforms are hopefully always true, but also like that's why you have to fact check a lot of things, and that's why you should fact check. And I'm sure any journalist will tell you it's like you can't take one source as a sort like the full source, right? That's why it takes multiple months or multiple weeks in order to get valid information for one story out. And I think that we're so used to everything being so quick and a quick turnaround, and AI is making that more accessible. But at the same time, like, we still need to do our due diligence. And if you want to present information to the world, do your own research on top of the information that you're getting. It's just allowing you to get there a bit quicker.
Yeah, I honestly would say the only thing right now that I appreciate about AI is it can make things more convenient and easy. So making, like you said, making content, it's just more efficient. That's the word I was looking for. It can make things and processes more efficient, which I'm always about saving time. So if it's something that I don't feel like I'm relinquishing too much of my creativity with it, it's nice because it can make me more efficient. And I like that. But I just think it's funny. And have you ever seen the movie I, Robot?
No.
No.
Or maybe.
Is it Will Smith?
No, yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have.
I just think about that movie. It was so funny when like ChatGPT was like really coming out and like doing its whole thing. I went back and rewatched that movie.
And then you were like, no, don't do it.
Don't do it. No, there is, it's exactly what you said though. It's like it getting into the wrong hands and it being utilized in the wrong. That's with everything though.
Yes.
Things are created usually for the better of society. I don't know if I should say that or I want to say that, but
with the intent to better society, however.
To better help improve or, make it easier for you to work, things like that. So I believe that things are created with typically a positive intent. It's unfortunately individuals who get their hands on something that powerful and use it in a negative way that can,
I think it's a more self-serving way is what tends to happen.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at the bigger picture, people tend to look internally as how can it benefit me? And when you become more self-serving, that's when things can, go more or less wrong, I think, in a larger scale of things.
Yeah.
But I think it's really fun if you have a chance. I follow this guy on YouTube. His name is Matt Wolf. It's with an E at the end of Wolf. And he comes out with AI news and technology every Friday. And I watch his podcast or his videos, and they're like, it's kind of the same setup. There's a mic. He just walks through it, and then he does some examples as well. And he's shown me a lot of things and like a few tools that I actually utilize for the podcast now.
What are the tools that you use?
Well, right now I just use video AI. So that's how I generate our video clips. So if you watch us on Instagram or you follow us on Instagram or on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
That's one of the tools that I use in order for us to get those clips out sooner.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised though that he's not putting content out like daily because I feel like it just changes so quickly. But I bet it's a lot. It's very heavy every Friday. It's
like 30 to 40 minute episodes. So they're hefty. There's a lot of new technologies, and sometimes he refers back to the same 3 or 4 that he uses daily. But I don't know. I feel like it's fun to see everything that's coming out. Like there is this one, if you are a person that is on more than one messaging apps. So if you do WhatsApp, text, and I don't know, there's so many different streams. But if you have Reddit and all these other streams of just people being able to talk to you, you can actually get this AI to help you with that and to get it all in one messaging form. It's called Texts. So it's actually called Text, and you can download it, and it puts all of them as if it's like your text message on your laptop or a MacBook.
So it just aggregates all your messages across any of your platforms in one space, so you don't have to go to each platform. You just, see, like, that's cool. See,
I know.
That would make me more efficient.
I know. And
because I don't respond to people like on Instagram when they message me on Instagram, like Messenger.
So
her messages go days without being read sometimes.
But I thought that was really cool. And then you can like pin on that on the AI you can pin them at the top ones, and then I think you can schedule messages as well. So for those like on this app, you can schedule messages out, and I'm like so into it. I like love it. I love it so much.
I'm here for that one.
Also, there's this AI called My Mind. Have you heard of it?
No.
No? Okay, so think of it similarly to Pinterest, but let's say you're browsing on the web and you find lots of things that you like, and instead of saving the URL, you can actually save it through a plugin that goes onto your web browser. And from that plugin, you can go ahead and save it to your mind, and you can go back to that platform and see, and it creates a tag around each different thing that like you can save it and then add a tag to it. So if I want only like cooking recipes, but it's from like 15 different sites, and then I can like type in on My Mind like cooking, it'll pull up only the cooking things that I've saved.
That's pretty brilliant, because I send myself URL links still via email all the time. Like if I'm trying to clean up my tabs, I will copy and paste my URLs into an email and be like, links to review later.
No, but now
and I send it.
Now you can save it to My Mind.
Cleaning up my mind. I get it. I get the name.
It's awesome. Highly recommend.
Okay.
Go check them out.
She's convincing me that this is something I need to explore a little bit more.
Well, it's just, these are all platforms that in my mind, I feel like everyone can benefit from, and it doesn't have to be this scary, like, is it true? Is it not true? Like, there are so many things, especially in e-commerce. Like, I remember when I wanted to integrate. So when I was working for Sixpenny, I was looking at a lot of different platforms to help us better streamline our startup business and communication, because we used multiple different platforms in order to get information across to customers as well as to our vendors. And I wanted to use a new platform called ClickUp. I don't know if you've heard of them, but I love them. I love them. So before we used Asana, and then we also used Microsoft Office and things like that. So, or Microsoft Outlook. And so with ClickUp, what it does is it allows you to integrate with Outlook, as well as it's a similar platform or setup to Asana. But then you can like email through these like projects in ClickUp to your email. Like you can get messages, like let's say it's like an Asana board where it's like, this is the project. Literally there's like a sidebar of like the email chain for that project. So you don't have to leave your platform.
That's cool. Yeah.
It is the best. The best. I'm like, why more people don't use it just for that feature alone. And also there are like analytical data behind it. Amazing. If you're in customer service and if you needed to monetize or like just get more information around productivity, they actually time and track like how long it takes for people to finish like messages and things like that.
Oh, wow.
Like it's all the things combined into one that, in my opinion, Asana can't offer when within certain fields. Like when you're not project based enough of a e-commerce business, like Asana is just information storage facility.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't do anything more for you because you're not utilizing it in the way it needs to be, which is supposed to be like, you know, we're working together on a project. It then passes it to you versus it just storing information. And I could go on about this a lot, but ClickUp, if you should take a look at it. Highly recommend.
No sponsorships here, but if you want to sponsor us, I don't know why you would, but sure. We have all the platforms over here. She's used them all. She's tested them all. She's
I
She
really
can
love
verify.
it. And if you want to know more about it, like I'm happy to talk to whoever it is. Like you can message us. But
Definitely leave a comment if you have used AI platforms that you enjoy. Like if there's any AI platforms that you enjoy, please let us know. Because I guess this conversation has opened up my eyes to AI. Yes, I think it'd be good for me. I think it'd be great for me to kind of explore that. Because I know, again, I like to be efficient, and you just sold me on efficiency on multiple platforms. So I'm here for it. If you have any recommendations for me or Alex to check out, please leave a comment.
Please do.
Anything else about AI that you want to talk about? I mean, I still go back to iRobot and, get a little freaked out. But
no, I think at the end of the day it's up to your comfortability level, but there always will be different platforms trying to make it more mainstream for us to be able to utilize it in a way that is just, for efficiency. And it's just getting used to it and building it into your routine in order for you to feel like it feels normal again.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, right?
I think that it's finding its place in your life, and it doesn't have to be all right out of the gate. It can be like that. Like you're probably using it and you don't even know on these platforms like Netflix and Amazon, and they're using it whether you like it or not. So at a certain point, it's like maybe start doing like one of the small ones, like aggregating all your messages on your phone into one place. I'm like, I kind of like that. I really do. So take it with stride, and it's not here to get us. No. We know that. But yeah, I think. And
I'll leave everything in the comments, so it will link out for you guys to check out those platforms if you want, and test them out yourself.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. If you made it to the end of the video, we appreciate you sticking around. Please, again, comment, like, and then subscribe so you can capture these great moments every Saturday with us.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.